What's going on, guys? Crypto Renegade again here for you, and in today's video I'm going to be doing another hardware wallet comparison video. On my left we have the Keevo Model 1, and on my right we have the trusted KeepKey device, which I still love and use to this day. So stay tuned, you're not going to want to miss this one. All right, guys, welcome back. So in today's video, like I mentioned, we're going to be talking about a comparison between the Keevo Model 1 and the KeepKey device, both hardware wallets, doing another comparison. Before I jump into the content, I just want to reiterate one more time, brand new ebook in the description on the 7 best ways to secure your crypto, updated for 2021. I cover a lot of different things in the book that relate to what we're talking about, so check it out. It's 100% free. As we jump into this comparison, I'm going to cover the 3 topics that I've covered in previous comparison videos, because honestly, those are really the 3 main categories that you want to consider when purchasing a hardware wallet and making a decision of where you want to store your crypto. Number 1, we're going to talk about the design, security, and form factor or usability of the devices. Number 2, we're going to talk about the coin support, so any unique particular coins that are going to be applied to each hardware wallet. And then number 3, we are going to talk about the price comparison of each wallet, and then ultimately which one I would choose if I could only pick one. So I'm going to touch more on this Keevo Model 1. This is a brand new hardware wallet that recently came to market, and it's a very high-end and premium device. So I want to start that off right out the gate. I'm going to cover a few unique features on this hardware wallet that you're not going to find on any other hardware wallet out there. So just to reiterate, as you can see, this is a brushed stainless steel, kind of a higher end, heavier device. It has a fingerprint and thumb authentication on the left for security reasons. It has a USB-C connector and adapter at the top here, and this is used for not only charging the device, but for plugging in the device and managing it on a desktop app. So this is not an air-gapped or wireless device. This is managed on a desktop application, much like the KeepKey, much like the Trezor Suite, as well as the Ledger Live. So just keep that in mind. This device also has a seedless recovery, and that is based on this detachable carbon key, as it's called. And just to reiterate, that means that you don't have to set up a 12 to 24 recovery seed backup on a piece of paper in order to initialize and set up the device. So that is very unique, and private keys are generated and stored on this detachable carbon key. Has a dual architecture chip design for a secure element, one on this device and one on the carbon key itself. Another unique feature of this device is that it has multi-factor and multi-sig built in. On the Keevo, there are 4 factors, and you need 3 out of the 4 factors in order to sign and authorize a transaction. The first factor is this device itself that I'm holding, the Keevo Model 1. The second thing here is a fingerprint authentication, which is unique to you, so you'll need that. And you also will have the ability to program multiple people's thumbprints. So if you want to share this device with a loved one, spouse, whatever, you can do that as well. Third thing here is that this will also require a PIN, 4 to 8 digits, and you can set that on the device as well. And fourth and final factor is this carbon key. You will need 3 out of the 4 in order to authorize and sign a transaction. Very unique, very cool security features built right into the device. The other unique feature on the Keevo 1 is the optional Beneficiary service. So this is a subscription model that's completely optional. And basically what this does is it allows you to send in the carbon key to a custodian provider. They teamed up with Iron Mountain, and basically allows you to have a formal beneficiary service. If you were to become incapacitated or pass away, you can pass on your crypto very easily with the service to a loved one that you designate. And I like the fact that this is a problem that hasn't really been addressed before by any hardware wallet provider, and this is the first company to do that and team up with someone to make that a reality. So I like that they're innovating and it's addressing a serious problem. However, I completely understand that some people may not want to send in their crypto or anything to a custodian provider, and that's personally your preference, but I like the fact that these guys are innovating and processing new things. Now, one last thing before I move on to the KeepKey. People are gonna ask me in the comments, I already know, so what happens if I lose the carbon key and I lose the device and there's no recovery seed? How do I recover my crypto so I don't lose it? And the answer is, after doing some digging and testing this weekend, There, if you go to the settings here, there is a seed phrase option here that will generate on the device. So when you connect it to the desktop application and you authenticate, you will be able to see a optional 24-word recovery seed phrase here. That way you can, if you choose, set it up and write it down and keep it just in case you lose or break the device, but it's not required to set up or initialize the device. So just wanted to point that out because I know people are gonna ask that question. Overall, my first impressions and use of the device are very good, and this is a very high quality and very unique device. Let's talk about the KeepKey. If you've seen any of my other videos that I talk about, you know that this is a device that I love. It's basic, it's been around since the early days of Ledger Nano S and the Trezor 1 device, and it's very simple. There's only 2 buttons, or actually only 1 button on this device, and that's here to sign and authorize transactions on top. And then there is a USB adapter on the bottom here. Now, one of the key differences in terms of the security and the design and the form factor here, this is still a device that is higher quality than you would see in a Ledger Nano S or in a Trezor 1. It has a full display so you can see your full transaction address and nothing's cut off. Overall, this is a very good device that I use on the regular. The one key difference here is that this is also managed via a USB cable, which means that this is managed on the Shapeshift platform, which is an amazing platform, but it's a web application. This is run on a desktop application. And if you're unfamiliar, the main differences is obviously one is a software that you download directly under your computer for management, and it's a lot easier to be verified. This is a URL beta.shapeshift.com. A lot of hardware wallet providers have moved away from the web application interface in favor of the desktop application just due to security concerns, phishing attempts, attacks, and that kind of thing. So just be aware of that. All that to say that I haven't had any issues or any scams or security concerns with KeepKey at all. If you've seen any of my previous videos, you know that I love this device and I use it every day. Now, why? This device connects to Shapeshift. I can trade directly on Shapeshift while holding all my private keys on this device. Another thing that I want to point out is a recent feature upgrade is now Shapeshift is using DEXs or decentralized exchanges, which gives you a lot more access to more of the coins that you previously only had native applications on this device. You can now trade several coins that previously you were only able to get access to via Uniswap, PancakeSwap, SushiSwap, things like that. Huge upgrade in terms of the software and the platform Shapeshift. That's again, just another reason Shapeshift is always innovating and doing great things. So I just wanted to point that out, that this has a great user experience. Sending and receiving is super easy on the KeepKey. So I just wanted to point that out, that this is a device that I've used for years and it just keeps getting better and better, even though the device itself has been around for several years. That covers category 1. If you have anything that you think I missed or you want me to address, leave it in the comments down below. Second category here is going to be the coin support. I touched on that briefly here, but I want to touch on the Keevo. So Keevo, as I mentioned, is a brand new hardware wallet. This is a brand new company. And as of shooting this video at launch, it's only been out for a few weeks, but as of this launch, there's only 4 coins supported on the Keevo. Number 1 is Bitcoin, and that includes Legacy Bitcoin, BEC32, and SegWit. This also includes the second one, Bitcoin Cash, Bitcoin SV, and then Ethereum. So right now, technically, there's only 4 coins that are supported. This will expand and grow over time. There will be more coins added. There will be more features added in terms of staking and things of that nature down the line. But I just want to point out that as of shooting this video, this only holds those 4 coins. And maybe you're someone that only cares about Bitcoin and Ethereum. If that's you, this is a great device, because if you're not messing with any other altcoins like I am, this may be a better option for you. So the KeepKey coins. Now again, you used to only have about 40 to 50 native applications or ERC20 tokens and specific coins that you would be able to use. They just launched, as I mentioned, a new DEX on the trading platform, so you have access to a lot more coins now. But just to name some of the native application tokens and coins that are unique, you can hold Uni, you can hold obviously Bitcoin, Ethereum, tons of ERC20 tokens, Compound, tons of stable coins on this one as well, so keep that in mind. Again, check the links in the description for both of these. They'll give you not only the most active discounts and up-to-date information on coin support, that'll be in the description, so make sure to check that out on both of these. Overall, when it comes to coin support, KeepKey is gonna win obviously here in terms of the ability to support more coins, and I just wanted to point that out. The third and final category we're gonna cover here on these two is obviously the price. And now, as I mentioned, The Keevo Model 1 is a new device. It's also a premium device, meaning it's higher quality and therefore is gonna cost a little bit more. Now I'm gonna give the full prices, not any current deals. Check the links if you want the deals and up-to-date information on pricing. The standard price on Keevo Model 1 is $299. There is an optional $399 Founders Edition, which will give you a year of the Beneficiary service for free. It will also give you upgraded case, so just a couple of added little bonuses, and that's $399. The KeepKey is a device that is obviously much cheaper. It's obviously not as higher quality, but it is still good in comparison to some of the other cheaper or lower end hardware wallets. The full price for this is $79. There's a link in the description right now that I can get you this wallet here for only $25. So go ahead and leave a comment if you want the discount code for the KeepKey. Obviously that's much more affordable, but again, two different ends of the spectrum in terms of, you know, sort of entry level versus premium. You know, that's just an amazing price for this particular wallet as well. So coming down to a final recap, if I had to choose one and I could only have one, which one would I buy? Now, before I give the final answer, I just want to say that obviously these are different. There's pros and cons on each of these in terms of the way that they manage, in terms of security, in terms of coin support and so on. I still would choose KeepKey, and the only reason that I would choose KeepKey over the Keevo is simply just because of the coin support. I personally trade a lot of crypto, and I personally like to keep my private keys on this. This is the only hardware wallet as of shooting this video where you can trade your crypto and keep possession of your private keys at the same time. All other hardware wallets, you have to relinquish your keys to the exchange and then try to get them back, and it's just a hassle. So that's really the only reason. If it came down to pure quality, obviously I would take the Keevo 1, and if I was only holding Bitcoin or Ethereum, I would choose the Keevo 1. Again, my particular use case is going to be trading and doing other things. That is why I use the KeepKey in a lot of use cases. So I just wanted to point that out. Obviously, this doesn't have multi-sig. This doesn't have some of the other security features and optional upgrades that the Keevo has. But me personally, I would still choose the KeepKey only for that reason. So I'm going to go ahead and wrap this up here. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, leave them down in the comment section and I will address them. And if there's, again, anything that I haven't addressed that you would like addressed in a future video, other categories, other subjects, comment down below and let me know what that is. And also let me know if you like this sort of over-the-shoulder filming style for these. A couple of years ago, I did comparison videos where I was way off in the distance and it was hard to see the devices themselves. So just wanted to see if the closer up option without my face in it is better for these types of videos. Appreciate your feedback. Leave it in the comments down below. And then go ahead and click in the top right corner here. I'm gonna link the video where I did a full unboxing and review of the Keevo Model 1 unboxing. I go into in-depth of this device and sort of the initial impressions and thoughts when unboxing it. I will see you guys in that video. Crypto Renegade out.